In this section, 2.3, we take a look at set operations and also Cartesian products. Let's begin by looking at some of the different operations that we'll be talking about. Now, in sets, we'll be talking about various operations which are similar to the operations we use in arithmetic. So we're just operating on sets, so we have a different set of operations from what we use when we're doing arithmetic. So, first of all, you can see we've talked about the complement before. We have several new ones we're talking about in this particular recording: the intersection, the union, the difference, and the Cartesian product of two sets A and B. So let's go through these one by one and take a look at what we're talking about. Now again, you'll find my drawings didn't transfer when I went to the journal so I could record. So that's why you may be seeing some differences as on your notes. And again, you can go ahead and jot down any extra notes you want to. Okay, the intersection of sets A and B, written A, and it looks like an upside down capital U that's been printed, is the set of all elements, common to both A and B. And my U here represents the universal set, so we need a rectangle for that. And we need two circles to represent our sets A and B. And A intersect B is the set of elements common to both A and B. So it's our set of elements found in this region where they overlap. So that's the part I have shaded. A intersect B. Now occasionally when you're working with two sets, you may find that the two sets actually do not overlap. That certainly is a possibility. I may have set A and set B, close up B here, and they may not have any elements in common. In that case, we say the two sets are disjoint. That means that their intersection is the empty set. Alright, the union of two sets A and B is the set of all elements belonging to A or B or both. So we'll get our Venn diagram going here. And again, we have our sets A and B. The union of A and B is what I'm going to shade, and that's everything belonging to A, to B, or to both A and B. And I went a little bit out. I shouldn't be outside here. Let me erase just a tiny bit. Okay, so A union B is the set of all elements belonging to A, to B, or to both A and B. So that's A union B. Alright, our next set operation, and again we'll do it with a Venn diagram. Universal set, set A, set B. A minus B, which is called the difference of sets A, is the set of all elements belonging to set A and not to set B. So in other words, we start with A and we subtract off B. It's kind of exactly what it sounds like. So it's this region I'm shading right now. Okay, so I think you do have to add something to your notes on those. Now, let's take a look at some specific sets and see if we can come up with the list of elements. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and do kind of one of each type, and then I'll give you some time to work on the others. Let's look at A intersect B. We have a universal set. Consists of the whole numbers from 0 through 12. And I want to know, I have several different sets listed out here, A, B, C, and D. A intersect B. So what I'm doing is I'm looking to see what A and B have in common. Well, first of all, they have the element 1. Second of all, they have 3. And third of all, they have 5. So 1, 3, and 5. So with the intersection questions, that's what you're looking for. Okay, the union of two sets, we want to find everything that's in either, in this case, A or, let's see, maybe I'll do, yeah, let me do this number 5 because I can see the sets better when I'm, okay, so A union B. Well, I'm just going to list everything in A and then add in anything from B. I've already got a 1, I've already got a 3, I've already got a 5, I need a 7, 9, and 11. So I'll leave number 6 for you to do. We did complements last time, so I'll leave those for you to do. Now we're down to differences. Let's look at B minus D. So I want to list the elements in B, think about B, and then subtract off anything that we find in D. Alright, B, let's see, I find a 3. 2 and a 6 are not there, so it's going to be 1, 5, 7, 9, 11. 5, 7, 9, and 11. So I find set B, and then I remove anything that is found in set D, or you can think of it as subtracting. And let me erase that before we go on to okay. Now, it looks like my numbering kind of got messed up here. Stop when you get down to this one, and we'll do some of these last ones together. Okay, stop when you get down to the second one. For some reason it doesn't want to hold on to that. Maybe if I do a highlight, stop when you get there. Some reason it's not hanging on to that. So what you should do at this point in time is pause the recording and go ahead and work. This should really be number 13. So work numbers 1 through 13 and then turn the recording back on and I'll go over the answers to those and then we'll do the last few together. So go ahead and pause the recording, answer the first 1 through 13, any of the ones that I didn't do, and then restart the recording so you can check your answers. Okay, I'm assuming you have gotten answers for the ones that I did not do. So let's look at A intersects C. What do A and C have in common? Okay, I see they both have a 2. They both have a 4, and that looks like that's it. Hopefully you got this one right. Set containing 2 and 4. Alright, let's see. In number 3, B intersect D. B and D, I'm looking for what they have in common. And it looks like 3 is the only thing, so set containing 3. Alright, C in the empty set. The empty set does not contain anything, so they would have nothing in common. Alright, A union C. Alright, again with A, I'm going to just list what I have there. And now look at C and see what else I can add in that I haven't listed. Okay, so I ended up with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Okay, the complement of B, we're missing 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. Alright, B complement union with D. So, let's start with B complement. Now, a warning on the homework, they usually put these in ascending order. Not always, but most of the time. Let's see, I need to pick up a 3. So in that case, you should include the 3 right after the 2. D unioned with the empty set, we're not adding in anything, so that's going to be the same as set D, which would be 2, 3, 6, and 12. And make sure on the online homework you follow the directions. I would accept either D or the roster, 2, 3, 6, and 12, but the online homework has specific directions you have to follow, so make sure you do. Alright, I want C minus A, so I'm starting with C, subtracting off anything I find in A. I find a 2, I find a 4. Okay, so it's going to be 6, 8, 10, and 12. Okay, the complement of D. Let's see, I'm missing a 0, 1. D complement 0, 1, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And I don't know that I'll transfer that down here. Let's see, I have a little more room, so maybe I will. 4, 5, 7, 8, 9,